Well, hello. I'm just so thankful that you're here with me today. This is the week where I'm going to do some costuming fun. And I generally want to use what's in my closet, but there are a couple of pieces that I did make specifically for this video. There are 4 costumes that we're going to be going over today. And the idea was to take red-headed characters and do some fun, innovative, hopefully new to you ideas, or maybe it'll trigger your imagination to do some things on your own. So welcome. My name is Amber. If you're new here, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to having more fun with you this year.
All right, our first inspiration is Daphne Blake from Scooby-Doo. Here I am from my closet grabbing a purple headband. She wears a purple headband in her hair. I've chosen a long sleeve purple dress I have. This is a 3/4 sleeve that I made as an underdress for my 1920s dress. She does have some lighter cuffs and bands, but I'm going to avoid that. Here she's got this green scarf. I'm going to wear some pink tights. Hers usually are light pink. And she does have purple shoes. I don't have purple shoes. I have gray. So I'm going with some gray pointed shoes I have that have a tendency to pick up purples, which is really nice. Her makeup is really simple. I'm just going to go with a black eyeliner on the top and then some pink lips. Remember, she's a teenager, so her hair is long and wavy. She does have long bangs, but everything's kind of held back in that purple headband. So I'm just curling my hair here to give it some body. I went swimming with my granddaughter the other day. My hair is dry. There's some split ends, and I'm just feeling it going, I've got to do something. So maybe later tonight I'll do some hair therapy on it. I don't know. But just curling the ends real quick. Nothing fancy here. Giving it some body. And here is the outfit put together. So you see how just a little bit of these, taking a little bit of these inspirations, a little bit of these pieces, looking in your closet, seeing what you have. I purposely bought these tights this Halloween because I was going to be Daphne for our trunk or treat. They didn't come in on time, but I ended up with I think it was like a burgundy pair of, I don't know what they're called. They're the tights, but people wear leggings. And I ended up wearing those to keep my legs warm, which was really nice. So here I am trying to be silly, trying to pose, trying to show you what it kind of looks like. Lighting in my room is not great. I have every light in my room on. There's my shoes, my pointy shoes. And here I am trying to pose, which again, I'm not a model. I do like this one. I think this is kind of cute. And this is my husband and I from this last Halloween. He was Fred. Our second inspiration is Ariel. And I had to get some close-ups. Now, remember, she's a teenager, 16. And again, this is going to be very loosely based on her. I obviously am not going to go out wearing something like that. That doesn't fit my personality. So I'm going with some green shoes, a green skirt, a purple top. There's my fork. And I threw in a seashell. Now Ariel, her makeup is very simple, red lips. So I'm just going over my other color just because I was doing that. And then she just has the top eyelashes. So I'm just doing the top eyelashes. And I don't have extremely long hair, but to me it was long enough for this. The key here is I'm just kind of, this might be called cosplay more than anything. I don't really know. I've never learned as that. As a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, and so we always just used what we had in our closet or whatever was in the Halloween bucket from years past. So here I am being goofy. Here we go. Look at me. Oh, I can hear the sea calling me. That's such a goof. Wow. My kids are going to look back at this and go, wow, what was mom doing? Here I was looking at the fork going, you know, the fork is great and everything, but if you want a little bit more of a pop, someone to really kind of, and it might be funny too, is I grabbed a larger serving fork. This one was silver. And then another one I grabbed because I thought, man, this might be considered a weapon, was a wooden one. And you could spray this so that it looked like silverware. Anyway, just an idea. Here I am trying to pose with a fork and a seashell, and oh, the ocean is calling me. Hair therapy right there. Oh my goodness. My poor kiddos. Okay, our third inspiration is Endora. I love Endora, and I tried to get some close-ups of her just because she just is iconic. I'm going back with my shoes, my gray shoes. I have a flowy purpley dress, and I have this really fun sweater that I just really love. I've worn this outfit before for her, and I will show a picture later, but here I've got my hair up in curlers because I'm trying to get something with her hair. What's nice is she has, on Bewitched, she had short hair, longer hair, etc. And so it's kind of nice. You can really play her in different ways. Here I made sure I really got my eyebrows in there, gave some depth. I took my eyeliner or my eyebrow pencil and I created an angle that went up pretty high. I could have done more blue. In fact, I probably should have done a different blue, but this one I like the way that was what was in my head that I needed. Looking back at the pictures going, oh, I probably could have used a different color. And here I'm just taking a black eyeliner and I'm creating a really deep cat eye is what I'm trying to do. And I could have brought it in on the inside. I just didn't do that. I wasn't using any of my reference photos. I was just kind of going off of memory. And again, I'm just trying to get the gist of it. She does have a dark pink lip, so we're doing that. And I'm just adding a little bit more mascara to the top. And here is my outfit. And because my hair isn't the iconic short hair, I was like, well, it is what it is. But my hair is longer. I went ahead and styled it in a way that was similar to one of the pictures I found of her that I probably didn't put. Nope, I didn't put it in this one. But here we go. I'm just showing you that this is flowy, and that's the idea. Her shoes are more of like wonderful house shoes. Here I go. Look at me modeling for you. Wow. There we go. There's the look. I went, there it is. There it is. Looking down her nose at daring. And here's a couple of stills of me trying to emanate her. Super fun. And here I was a few years ago with short hair. Our last inspiration is Anastasia, Cinderella's stepsister. Her last name is Tremaine. So here we are. We're going back with my shoes because these are what I got. Here I'm wearing those pink tights again. This is a skirt that I made, very simple. A pink t-shirt in my closet, a purple tank top in my closet, and this is a purple skirt I have that I wasn't sure if I was going to use or if I was going to use this costume piece I have. And this is a cape. And Spanish, what do they call that? My brain just went out the door. A Spanish comb. So here we go. Her makeup is very simple. Again, thin red lips and just the top eyelashes. That is it for her. So my hair is still curly from Endora, so I'm just kind of playing around with it. Like, what can I do to emanate this? I'm trying to do this all in one day because I have a job. So this is just a fun thing for me to do. So here we go. We're just going to create some short bangs because she has short bangs, and then ringlets. So I'm just kind of taking those curls and recreating some ringlets. Obviously, if I was going to do this for a longer term, for a longer time, I would do something more. Here I have I've gone ahead to go with my costuming piece, and I am just tying it up the middle to emanate that bustle that she has in the classic Cinderella movie. And I'm just tucking. You could tie it in a knot, whatever. You could use whatever color. I just used pink because that's what I had. So here we go. Got those big fluffy skirt underneath here. There you go. Nose in the air. So stupid. But so much fun. And here I'm going to demonstrate my cape. These are capes I make for my costuming, for my events. I do a lot of Highland games and Celtic events in the area. And this is one of the capes that this is a new cape. I just made this week. They're two for the price of one, basically. You can have a pink cape in this one or a floral cape. It's a beautiful floral print. I just loved it. But it had purples and it had pinks and it went with it. I thought, I'm gonna wear this and kind of show you some of the simple costuming stuff I do and sell at my events. But here we go. This is one of them. This cape, nice full hood. I'm gonna put it up over the Spanish comb to kind of hold it, which is nice. And again, this is a cape. There are no places to stick your hands other than underneath it. And I just absolutely love it. It's a simple style. People of all shapes and sizes can wear it. And here we go. Here's me trying to emanate her. And then I was playing with her face. What are some facial expressions? There it is.
All right. So here we are. This is the outro of this first of 12 costuming silliness with me. So thank you for playing dress up with me. I mentioned in the video a little bit earlier that growing up we didn't have a lot of money and we couldn't afford going and buying costumes. And I was always jealous of those other kids who could afford the plastic masks and, you know, now that I look at it, cheap fabric. But my mom was very creative and she tried to find ways that we weren't missing out. So there was a costume I remember as a kid that she made for my brother, and it was Avoid the Noid was the character from, I think it was Pizza Hut in many, many years ago, I think in the 80s. And she had taken a pair of his white thermals and she had dyed them red. And I think she confiscated a pair of my little sister's red tights and she had pulled it down to his nose or whatever and cut the eyes out. And she put aluminum foil inside the legs to create the weird little ear things for them, for the Noid. And it was very creative. And so that was one that my little brother wore. And we didn't wear them just one year. We often wore those costumes more than once. Or we would pick and choose from the different pieces that we had in the costume box. And one of the things I had as a kid, somewhere we picked up a 4-square dress and a skirt to go underneath, and that just really raised that puppy up. And I remember one year my hair, I had permed my hair and it was super curly, and we teased it, and my mentor came over and she did my makeup and I was a clown. And it was a fun costume and I got a lot of remarks on it, and we continued that with my children, creating our own costumes, you know, looking in your closet, grabbing from the Halloween tub and dressing up. And I want to show you real quickly. So I mentioned also in my video that I'm a seamstress, but I do sell costumes. Costumes being very simple pieces, and if you can turn your sewing machine on and use your sewing machine, one of the easiest ways you can make a skirt is just this. The former life of this was a sheet, and you mark the length that you want it. And oftentimes I will keep it very simple. Like I kept the finished edge on this. I didn't even hem this. What I did is I love my serger, so I use my serger a lot. And I put pieces together, and there's a specific size that I prefer for width, and I serge it, and then I create a casing, and I pick up this. You can use ribbon, you can do lots of other things, but I use this cording. It's a very simple cording, and I string it through, and then I can cinch it up. So this becomes a one size fits all. Okay, so this will fit someone really small, with a very small waist, but it also fits someone with a very large waist. So I try to make mine pretty generous when I make them, because I do sell these. Some people can't even do that, but they want something. So this is For My Life Was a sheet. And then this one is just, I call it an overskirt. It's a shorter skirt. So obviously a child could wear this because of the size or the length. And looking, same thing. This one I did finish the hem, but same thing. I just created a casing and strung it through. And so this became my bustle for Anastasia Tremaine. And there's a couple different things. My newer ones in the side seams, I made it so that they can bustle up with more of that string or ribbon. But this is one that I made years ago and still happen to have. It's one of the few items that are still in my costumes from a couple of years ago. Everything else has sold. Gear it up again. But another thing you can do is on the sides, just tie it up with some ribbon. But I just did it right in the center in the front because hers kind of had that look. And the underskirt I used was one of those cheap ones that well, they're not cheap when you originally buy them, but they're for brides usually. They wear them under their wedding dresses. So there's lots of different ways that you can build up a skirt like that. You may have a foofy skirt just in your closet that you could wear under a longer skirt. But it was fun to be able to incorporate some of my costumes and my cape so that you can kind of see some of the stuff that I do for fun. And right now I'm gearing up with my inventory, so I was in pinks and I was just inspired to do things in purples. And it's kind of funny because it seems like redheaded characters, a lot of them wear purple, and so it was kind of fun that I think there was purple in every outfit I did today. Yeah, there is. All right, blessings to all of you. Thanks for joining me today, and I can't wait to get back together with you next week. It's a 5th week in the month, and so therefore we're going to do some crafting nonsense. So I think I know what I want to do, but I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'll see you next week.